we did all that combination work last unit. I mean, we did all those punches and kick, all that punches and kick work. Now we have to do some combinations. Does that make sense?
Yes,
So
sir.
we've done moves individually by themselves. We've done one or two. Now we have to be able to put together a combination and not seem super awkward, right? So when you do a combination, it seems like you put all the moves individually. So you start from here, and everybody punches from here, and we get ready to kick. Everybody wants to kick from here, and everybody wants to punch from here. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
When you're actually sparring and doing your combinations, you're not going to move that way. So you have to think, if I do my form correctly, do the form as in the technique correctly, and I throw my punch here, how can I make it really efficient for me to turn my body and get to a side kick? Well, turning back to here to reset probably isn't the best idea, right? So now that we're a little bit more advanced and we understand how those go, we know that a front punch turns the body. So naturally, as I'm turning my body, I'm going to adjust this back foot and set the hip up. Now I'm going to do a round kick or side kick. I'm going to do a round kick. Do a round kick. And I'm turning back to center, but not yet. If I put the foot down, now I'm kind of open in here. So I want to close to defend and strike it one more time. So I'm going to throw my ridge hand. Boom. And now I'm back to where I want it to be. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Also in sparring, we hold a different fighting stance. So this will change to this here in a second. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay, take a stance.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Stand tall.
Yes, sir.
Ready stance. So our ready stance is here, as we learned, but now we know, so we're going to turn. And we're going to fight sideways. It'll seem like we're fighting sideways, but this is a great fighting stance. You'll see a lot of people do it, boxers, right, MMA fighters. So from here, we're going to throw our punch, one, and as I throw my punch, remember the jab isn't always a touch. So when I throw my punch, it won't have much power in it, but I'm also going to turn this back to turn, punch, turn. And I'm going to do a round kick as I pull my fist back. Keep your fist out until you're ready to kick. Height! Height! Easy enough? Okay, we're going to add the backhand here shortly. So, punching the right, we're twisting the body correctly, twist the body, turn the back toe, lean, round kick, height! Height! It's a lot to think about. It's a lot to think about. Just go over a little bit here. Oh, not back, just that way. Yes, okay. So here we go. Front punch, and we turn the body, do it slow, right? That's how you know you did it right. Turn, lean, away from wherever's trying to punch you. Reset. So now I want everybody to punch and hold it. Punch, hold it. Don't start leaning away just yet. Turn into your punch. Yeah. And now keep your face this way, but turn the body. Turn your head back this way. Yep. Yep. Okay, reset.
Yes, sir.
So now the head will stay in place, and we'll twist the body. Boom. Head stay in place, the body twisted. Now from here, we're going to lean. Turn the toe out. We're going to lean straight from where we are. Like if you're leaning away from your own fist. Round kick. Height!
Height!
Yeah. Is that helping? So you see how the fist is touching one spot, and then I'm able to lean away and then put my foot in that same spot. Let's do it again. Let your fist also be the aim, right? Here we go. One, front punch. As we pull it back, height, height, height. Set the foot down, and we're still aiming here. We're going to do our ridge hand. Height, height, height. Pull it back. Punch. You got to look where you're kick. Kick. Punch. I mean, ridge hand.
Height!
Punch first. Pull it back. Don't drop it. And then round kick. You got to pull it back and round kick. Round kick. Ridge hand.
Height!
Yes. Front punch, round kick, ridge hand. Go.
Height!
Height. Two.
Height!
Height. Three.
Height!
Height. Four.
Height!
Height. Five.
Height!
Height. Six. punch, take your time, complete the punch. 8.
Hi.
Much better. 9.
Hi.
10.
Hi.
Feet together.
Yes, sir.
Now we're going to do the other side, but the reason I say complete the punch is the same reason I tell you to complete your moves or your stances in your form, right? So I wouldn't do this. It's weird, right? It's like, what is he doing? Like, what is... I mean, you can't really punch anybody like this with power. So if I go 1, and I go, even if I straighten the leg, doesn't this look awkward?
Yes,
Because
sir.
I punched across my center. Oh, he just punched that guy, or whatever that was. So the same thing is true when you do your punches. If I'm so eager to get to the round kick that I don't complete the front punch, then the front punch looks like this if I do it by itself, right? And it's like you're like fading away as you punch, and that kind of kills your power. Everybody was doing it. Everybody did it a little bit. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
So as I'm punching, I'm moving away because I really want to do my round kick instead of punching and then adjusting this foot, which is all you can really do. So you don't want to punch and lean because you're putting weight in a leg that's not completely turned yet. Starting to pivot. For you ready? Here, turn, punch, 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 turn. Now, reaching. Try it on your own. Give it a try. Stop over here. Right here on the black square. Okay. Now there's no mirror for you to check yourself. But give it a try. See how it feels.
Yes, sir.
Take your time before you shift to the next one. Make sure it feels right. Front punch, round kick. Dig it out. Show me the way you would do it if you had to spar, Jacqueline. Right? Yeah, you gotta do it good. I wanna make you spar Jacqueline too, so she can see if you did it. She's gonna come back, she's like, Okay. All right. Now, of course, if you didn't try the other side, that was your opportunity to try the other side. If you didn't, that's okay. What we're going to do now is actually have a seat. We're going to stretch, feet straight out in front. Doing difficult techniques require a lot of flexibility. Doing a lot of kicking requires extreme flexibility, especially in the hamstrings. I always talk about the hamstrings, the hamstrings, the hamstrings, the hamstrings. The hamstrings are the muscles that connect the bottom to the back of the knee, right? So all of this muscles in the back of the thigh. Go ahead, reach for your toes. All these muscles in the back of the thigh. So when we hold our stances, or we do kicks where we yank the foot back all the time, or even just the leaning to support our weight, that automatically makes this muscle tighten up. Does that make sense? Doing that over and over and over again makes the muscles stay tight. So you have to warm them up, loosen them up, and stretch them out. after you reach for the toes with the knees straight, I want you to bend the knees a little bit, and then try to put your try to put your chest on your thighs. It's a different type of stretch, and it'll stretch a different part of your hamstring. So bend the knee a little bit, even though we always tell you not to. A little bit more, and now try to hug your knee. So get really, like, put your shoulders on your knees, and then stay there. And if you don't quite feel the stretch with your chest, with your shoulders on your knees, push your heels away a little bit, but keep your chest on your knees, keep your shoulders on your knees. Let's go, man. I'm not talking to myself. Push the legs out. Hold the toes and push the legs. No, hold the toes. Hold the toes. Push the legs out. Now push them out. Keep your chest down and push the legs out. Chest on your knees. And back up. All right, stand up. Let's do our life skill. The path of self-mastery requires balanced emotions. Balanced emotions do not yield to negativity. The path of self-mastery requires balanced emotions. Balanced emotions do not yield to negativity. The path of self-mastery requires balanced emotions. Balanced emotions do not yield to negativity.
Bow to Senior Head Instructor.
Bow to Apprentice Instructor, Advanced, Intermediate, beginner level, student straight.